Into the 5D healer and some of the decisions that you have to make to release the 3D of what's no longer serving you and supporting you. I'm so excited to bring this conversation to you. We've got Jax joining us. Everybody say hi to Jax. I want to bring this conversation forward. I was thinking about this as I was falling asleep last night. I was like, ooh, we need to talk about this because so often when it comes to thinking about stepping into the 5D healer and thinking about 5D plus frequency, oftentimes we think about a lot of the ego being dropped, whereas yes, that's true. And also almost like some pinnacle state of being. But I want to share with you a different way of thinking about this. So for those of you who are joining me live, Sandy, I see Keegan. Hi, Keegan. As you guys are joining me live on Instagram, it's been a while since I've been live here. If you are new here, my name is Kristen Jones. I am the founder of Quantum Illumination Reiki, which is the newest, most powerful style of Reiki to date, and now a world-renowned certification program. I'm also an embodiment mentor for healers and known as the Healer's Healer. And I want to share this conversation about what this looked like 2 years ago when I decided that the 3D was no longer going to support or not, let me say that differently, was no longer going to serve my next step of being and stepping into and the embodiment of the 5D healer. Now, for me, what this looks like is being my soul essence, in your soul essence. And I talk about this all the time here with you guys. I talk about it in our certification. I talk about it with all of my clients. It's not about some pinnacle state of being. I don't want you're not a monk, right? We're not trying to meditate 25 hours a day, 7-8 days a week on some rock in silence. We still do have to honor the 3D reality, right? But what I want to offer is a different way of thinking about what it looks like to go from the 3D to the 5D as a healer. Because and we've been having these conversations so often recently, how many of you are struggling or have struggled or are noticing thoughts of imposter syndrome come up? Raise your hand. How many of you struggle with the fear of being seen as a healer, really going for it? Like really going for it. And I want to hear from you guys. So come into the comments. I'm a Gemini Sun, Aries rising. Community is part of my favorite. So I want to hear from you guys too. And it'll give me a sense of who's live with me too. But also, so imposter syndrome as a healer can be sneaky. Most of the time it looks like, who am I to get my gifts out in the world? Will anybody believe me? Can I actually charge what I want to charge? Can I increase my prices? What will people say? What will Sally from 7th grade say to me, right? And then Sandy, amazing. And the fear of being seen, this can show up sneaky as well. And I've talked about this recently too. It's like, if you were given 1 million views in 30 days, we are at 1.4 million on my Instagram right now, 1.4 million in 30 days. I have a reel that hit 1.2 million. Any guesses on how many people this can bring out of the woodworks? Yeah. It brings in the light because that's what I attract. That's what I magnetize intentionally because we see each other, right? But the internet is the internet. Sometimes it can bring forward some people that have some things that are being mirrored back to you or you're mirroring to them. And so block, delete. But what would that look like for you? What do you get in your body when you think about having 1 million people viewing your profile? 1 million people. If you were to walk into a room, and I just want you to think about this, and I love music. And so I like to bring this to music. I think about one of my favorite bands, actually my favorite band, Selena, you probably know who this is. But as I am thinking about them hosting even an arena tour, and even someone like Taylor Swift, an arena, I don't know that an arena holds 1 million people, but could you imagine how many different concerts they would have to have, how many different venues they would have to go to be in front of 1 million people, how long that would take? And if you were to walk into a room and I put a mic in your hand as a healer and I said, speak to 1 million people, what happens in your body? Selena, yes. And let me know what that would feel like for you. it's interesting because I wanted to start bringing this conversation forward recently about stepping into the 5D healer and being more visible and bringing forward the conversation again about the fear of being seen, visible, known, and imposter syndrome with healers. And then the universe is like, okay, but can you hold it? Can you hold it yourself? And here we are. And I'm like, yes, we're ready. We're ready. And I remember last fall, and I shared the story, I think, in our free community for healers. If you're not in Rain Era, our free community for healers, link is in the bio. We talk about these kinds of conversations and even deeper in there. But last year, when I went to go to Costa Rica to speak on stage in front of multiple 6- and 7-figure entrepreneurs that were flying around the world to be in that room, I was good. I was like, yes, I was invited to be on the stage. I know I'm fully qualified. I know what I'm speaking about. I feel good. I practiced my speech for a couple of different months. I felt good about it. And I was facilitating quantum illumination Reiki as the founder. That one I wasn't worried about. Speaking on stage, I was sitting in my bedroom, not ironing, but steaming my gown. And that was for my photo shoot. And I had this thought come in of, who are you to speak on this stage in front of all of these powerhouse women? You're not qualified. What value do you even bring? And I was like, okay, I thought we actually dealt with this fear of being seen and imposter syndrome, but here we are. And so I popped in my program, Alchemize, that heals at a subconscious level. And this is very much part of the going from the 3D to 5D. Now I want to talk about this from a different lens. Almost 2 years ago, it's actually next month, I remember sitting in a coffee shop having a conversation with my mentor. I was downtown San Antonio. We had just moved to Texas. My husband is in the Air Force. For those of you who are new here, he's been in for almost 20 years now. And he was voluntold to become a military training instructor at the gateway of the Air Force in San Antonio, Texas. And it is an honor. And also it's a job. And so it's a very demanding job. And so here we are. I was wanting to launch quantum illumination Reiki as a certification into the world. And then we got orders. And I was like, this isn't happening right now. And also I was waiting for the trademark to go through. Now, if you've ever been through the trademark process, if you're thinking about trademarking, get on it because it takes 1.5 years or longer. Typically, I'm not an attorney, but I can refer you to one. My attorney is amazing. She understands the language of healers. She's amazing. And I knew I wanted copyright protection. I knew I wanted to take the actual steps. And then in the middle of a move across the country, we were living in South Dakota, plus settling. I'm a mom. So at the time my kids were, I don't know, somewhere around like 12 and 15 or something like that. And so, 2 years ago, they're 14 and 18 now. Yes. So it was right before their birthdays when we moved here. Anyway, I digress. Doesn't matter. So I'm not good at math. Okay. That's not my strong suit. So we went from being in slow Midwest, beautiful nature, South Dakota, to a big city. And I was in the middle of considering going ahead and moving forward with the certification launch and knowing I need to put it on hold. And we were navigating living here in a big city. It's actually a really beautiful city, but a big city. And my kids going from having about 30 people max in their class, like what would be their graduating class, like 30 people max, to thousands in the school. So school's so big, they call them campuses. It's like mind blowing still. And I just remember getting them settled. Like they're still navigating this. They're in a new school year at this point. And I was sitting downtown trying to figure out my LLC stuff, dissolving the South Dakota LLC, getting a Texas LLC, all of these 3D fucking shit that I'm like, I just want to be bebopping around the quantum field. I just want to be helping people heal. I just want to be doing sessions and taking care of my humans. And here I am doing all of this. And I remember sitting in this really cool coffee shop in a hotel downtown. And I remember having this conversation with my coach. And I was like, I think it's time, but I'm scared. And I still wanted the trademark to go through because at the time I was still in a modern day witch hunt. I was still being harassed by a spiritual group of people that would show up online in a variety of different ways. I actually talked about this in a previous post, so you can go check that out. And I'll be bringing this forward too. But I wanted the protection of it. And simultaneously, I was like, people are banging at the door. Selena, Louise, Keegan. I know Keegan's part of our founders as well, but Selena and Louise are part of our founders, Quantum Illumination Reiki, that very first round I did. And Selena was one of the first to enroll, in fact. And I haven't seen anyone else here yet. Okay. But you guys know who you are if you're watching the replay. And there were people just banging down the door like, I don't care when it starts, let me in. And so I had this secret project that I did called The Lair. And I wanted it to be one of those things that's like, ooh, when I think about The Lair, it's almost kind of that dark feminine energy, but it's that curiosity energy. It's that magnetism energy. It's like, let me come in. And I just wanted to invite people into my space. Louise! And yes, I'm going to come back to your guys' comments too, but keep them coming. And so I was like, I launched this secret behind the scenes playground, if you will, called The Lair, where I invited people into the world to learn more about quantum illumination Reiki. And one by one, people started signing up and I was terrified. I was sitting and I would sob. I was so scared. Oh, makes me emotional thinking about it because I was like, oh my gosh, what if I can't deliver this? I've been offering these sessions of quantum illumination Reiki for several years at that point, only quantum illumination Reiki sessions. And I was like, I've never taught anybody the keys though, besides my kids. I was like, can you guys feel this? Like they were my guinea pigs for experiencing quantum illumination Reiki, but they were also they were two of the guinea pigs that I was like, here's the symbol, the key, the talisman, whatever we call them, frequencies in quantum illumination Reiki, but here's the key with the frequency. Tell me what you notice. And I just wanted to know. And I was like, I've just got to do this. And even through the first level and some of level 2, the very first time I taught it, I would move through the energy. This is the fear. This is what I refer to as the 3D, like that 3D healer energy where we are sitting in the fear. We are sitting in the limiting beliefs, the unhelpful thought patterns, the fear of being seen, visible, and known, the fear of really going for it and getting this thing out into the world, that thing that it is that you desire to get out into the world. And I knew I couldn't stay there. It wasn't an option. It's never been an option for me to just stay in the fear. Yes, I experience it and yes, it comes in, but I move through it and I move through it pretty quickly. And so I would use quantum illumination Reiki to alchemize it. That's one of the very first tools I always reach for, because when I am experiencing those low frequencies, those unhelpful thought patterns, the sensations in the body, you guys know what I'm saying? Do you guys know what I'm like? You know what I mean? What I'm referring to? When it's like a thought creeps in, who am I to get this out into the world? Will people even believe me? Can I even do this? Am I capable of doing this? Will they feel what I'm feeling? Are they going to experience it? What will they say? What will they think? Will they be judged? What will people say at Christmas dinner? and am I qualified? Who am I to do this? And also, that imposter, like that's the imposter syndrome, but that fear of being seen. If this thing that you're doing really goes, it goes big and as big as you can imagine and then bigger, that your soul has been like, tap, tap. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you to go for it. And I said this in our free community. I said this a lot last month. You can just go now. You can just go. You don't have to wait for divine timing. You don't have to wait for the perfect conditions. You could just go now. And so I gave myself an opportunity to clear the fears and move anyway. Fear was never in the driver's seat for me. It was never even an option. Even when I was in the thick of a modern day witch hunt of people who wanted me to take my website down, who wanted me to completely burn my business down. They were emailing me really nasty things, threatening like dark magic and like actual hexes, and like it was bananas. And I'm like, okay, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say. I'm just going to go. Because fear is not in the driver's seat. Fear is that 3D version, right? there's nothing wrong with it. It's just trying to keep you safe. And I won't go into like the subconscious side of things because I could literally talk to a wall about that. But you're a high vibrating soul having a human experience. We can't bypass the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is trying to keep you safe, aka alive. It doesn't care about you thriving. It wants you not offed. And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we are working with the subconscious mind. And with quantum illumination Reiki with 5D plus frequencies, I was no longer doing traditional Reiki. I love it. I'm a multi-Reiki master in traditional styles of Reiki. It served me to a certain point. And then I was like, this is not getting to the root. What is next? There's got to be something more. What got us here won't get us there. And when I started asking those questions, that's when quantum illumination Reiki came in, and it heals at a subconscious level. It heals at a cellular level. It heals at that DNA level. We're getting to the root. We're going to up to the 11th chakra. We're healing past lives, Akashic records. One of my clients, I won't say who, but feel free if you're still on to say. We had a session last month, I think it was, and she messaged me. She's like, by the way, I'm accessing the Akashic records now. And I was like, was that a thing that you did before? She's like, no, never. I don't think she even said she even tried before, but I was like, that's awesome. And it's like, these gifts are innate to you. We just need to access them, but they cannot be accessed when we are stuck in those fear in the 3D energy. What we want to do is tap into the 5D energy, the 5D version of you, not about some pinnacle state of being. Again, you are not a monk sitting on a rock meditating for 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. You're a high vibrating soul having a human experience. We get an opportunity to alchemize the F out of the low frequencies, the fear of being seen, the imposter syndrome, so that you can automatically vibrate higher. So you can come home to your soul essence. So you can remember who it is and what it is that you are here to do, so that you can get your gifts out into the world. The world is waiting for you. They're waiting for you to own your voice, to own your truth, to own your power, to own your confidence, to remember who the fuck you are and what it is that you are here to do in this lifetime, so that they can magnetize to you. You are the lighthouse. Turn the light on. Turn the light up. And even if you're like, I'm already getting my work out into the world, great. Go bigger. You can go bigger. I know you can go bigger. I think about this all the time for myself too. Like, oh, I just got chills. Somebody need to hear that. I think about this all the time for myself too. I'm like, where is it that I'm not thinking big enough? Where am I? And yesterday I went to my mentor and I was like, I am stretched right now. I am stretched and I freaking love it. Because when we are standing at the edge of fear, you guys, when you're standing at the edge of fear, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. And it's going to push the edges of the 3D version of you. It's going to tap at the window of those fears. It's going to, Selena, if your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. Exactly. It's like, then you're just going through the day to day. Like, who cares? It's like, go bigger and drop the timeline. It doesn't matter. Just go. And it's like, okay, well, how do I take the next step? Well, you do one thing that will feel good to have done and is possible to do. And you alchemize the fears along the way. Frequencies. You alchemize the low frequencies along the way, the low vibrations. Fear, imposter syndrome, and all those emotions and sensations that come up with those. And especially, the reason why I say these two specific ones, because I have been working with healers from across the world for over 10 years now. And also being one myself, these are the top two biggest ones. One of the next ones is the fear of getting started, which I found very interesting. But then when you unravel it and you bring it back to the core of what it is that you're doing and what it is that's actually coming up, it's the fear of being seen, visible, known, and it's that imposter syndrome. So where are those coming up for you? Where are you not thinking big enough, but dreaming big enough? Where is it that you are feeling uncomfortable and you're like, let me do this now. Let me tell you what's actually happening. Now, you guys, we are actually going to be alchemizing this in the 3D to 5D healer. I've left the link here, but if you're watching the replay, it's in my bio. This is $11.11. It is 2 weeks to transcend being a 3D healer. And what we're going to be doing in there is exactly this. We're going to be alchemizing those low frequencies so you can automatically vibrate higher, so you can come home to your soul codes, your essence, who it is that you are, and what it is that you are here to do in this lifetime with ease. And we're going to be having 4 different calls. And we are going to, first, we're going to get very clear. We're going to get very clear on what it is that specifically that's coming up for you. So we're going to step into awareness. The second one, the awareness specifically of what it is that you have been experiencing, what it is that's holding you back from your next level, what it is that keeps knocking on the door. I call these the wolves that are knocking at the door. By the way, there is a VIP option where you can come into our 2-week mini mind. Audacity, Louise, I love you so much. If you have never worked with Kristen, do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. I love you. Thank you. Yes, Louise. Oh my gosh. We shift so fast. It should be illegal. She's like, okay, now what? It's ridiculous. And even I was in our last Audacity mini mind that we had in this month. It just ended last week. One of my clients was like blown. I sent her 2 audios in response to, I don't know, it was probably under 15 minutes in response to her fear of being seen and getting her work out into the world. And she was like, she came back the next day and she's like, I've sat with this. I can't even believe, like, after I listened to that audio, I was shocked. I didn't even know what to say because I was ready to go and I wasn't even afraid. And I was like, exactly, because I'm speaking directly to your subconscious mind in a way your subconscious mind understands. I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to mind. Because when we're just speaking at a conscious level, it's still the surface level. When we're working with traditional Reiki, it's still the surface level. You're not getting to the root. So the second call is we are going to go in and specifically what it is that had come up for you. Now we're going to alchemize. You guys will be able to have an opportunity to come off mute and share with me what it was that came up for you. And I'm going to alchemize it for you. And everybody that's on the call will have the opportunity to do that. And then the third call is we're going to do a 20-minute group quantum illumination Reiki session. I'm so excited about this, but we're not just doing the lower chakras. We're going to do specifically the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. We're not playing. We're going to your soul codes, your soul wisdom, your soul blueprints. We are untangling karmic patterns and cycles. We are shifting timelines. We're going to anchor it into the human experience. And then the 4th call, because I am who I am, embodiment. Cool. You can bebop around in high frequencies in the quantum field, but can you handle it at a 3D level? Can you? Because it's just bebopping around if you're not anchored into the human experience. So we're going to anchor it in. And so, Selena, but be ready to be blown away. You'll see goals you had for a distant future will be checked in no time. Yes. Selena, you even still manifest so fast. I love you guys. Our community is also the best. I don't know if Keegan's here too, but like our community is literally the best. Nobody can beat our community, period. So that's what we're going to be doing in the 3D to 5D healer. I've had the link here. You can sign up for $11.11. There's an option for VIP if you want me in your pocket for a couple of weeks while we're doing this so we can anchor it in even deeper real time. You can do that as well. So I forgot what I was saying before because I got so excited about this. Yes, we'll just, actually, where am I with time? We've got an 11. Oh, we're good. We've got an 11 a.m. attunement today for level 1. I'm so excited. So yes, the 3D, we do have to entertain it. I would never, Louise, I will always be, you will always be in my pocket. I love this. I saw that you messaged me, by the way. I haven't had an opportunity to reply back. Oh yeah. Yay. Chef mode, dad mode. Yes. So the thing I want you guys to really remember. Oh yeah, Sandy, I'm so glad that you got to join. I love this. I love this too. If you are not in our free community, come in our free community. If you guys are like, ooh, the 3D to 5D healer, go check out the link. It's $11 to join us. We'll spend 2 weeks together and we will dive in together. And we will alchemize these low frequencies. There's nothing wrong. Again, high vibrating soul having a human experience. Our souls got to have this experience. We chose this experience. And it's so amazing to be able to have this gift, to be on this planet at this time, and to be part of such a beautiful mission of what I call the butterfly effect of healing. And collectively, together, we link arms, we rise together. We are healing the vibration of the world. We are raising the frequency of the planet together. The butterfly effect is the concept that a butterfly flaps its wings and it causes a tsunami on the other side of the planet. As healers and for quantum illumination Reiki specifically, what in my mission and our mission here is that it starts with one. It starts with you. It starts with the decision that we are no longer going to be we're no longer available for the things that have been weighing us down. We're going to take an opportunity. We're going to take that time for us. We're going to heal, clear, and release and alchemize those low frequencies, the things that had been holding us back. And the impact that makes with our immediate household and those in our immediate world. And then us as healers stepping into our knowingness of what it is that we're here to do in this lifetime and getting our work out into the world. You don't know the impact that you are making globally. You have no idea, especially with social media right now, but also even the impact of like, I live in San Antonio. So I even think of like, I'm in a high vibrating state and I'm going out and running errands. This is like people vacation here. And we have military, like this is military city, right? And so like we have people that come from all over the world. If I'm in a high vibrating state, I greet everyone. I say hi to everyone. Obviously, like we hold the doors, like we're good humans, but like I like to make people laugh and have fun conversations. Total Gemini, right? But even my kids now do it when we're out in public. I'm like, if I can be the light in someone's day, why wouldn't I? And so you don't know the impact that that's going to make for someone. Even you just being in your high vibrating state because you chose to take time for you, that is impacted. Have you ever seen this reel? I really should download it so I can reshare it, but it's people in a room and it's like everybody has their light off, like the people's like a light bulb, but that is off. And one person that's lit up like a light bulb walks in and they touch one person and all of a sudden it's like vibrating out. That's the butterfly effect. You don't know the impact that you're making by choosing you, by taking time for you, by caring for you. And so in the 3D to 5D healer, that is what we're going to do. We're going to transcend being a 3D healer in 2 weeks. Hi, Eliza. And we are going to do that together. So do you guys have any questions for me? Louise, best gang ever. Yes. I love our community so freaking much. This was fun. I haven't been live on Instagram in a hot minute. I'm usually in our free community and I go live on TikTok usually once a week. My handle's the same everywhere. So any questions that I can answer for you guys? How are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling? How does this feel in your body? It's okay. Like it is. I just want to affirm. It's okay. It's okay if the fear of being seen, known, invisible is coming up. And it comes up in layers. And it's not that when we alchemize it at one layer, that it doesn't ever come up again. Again, high vibrating soul, having a human experience. The mind is going to do mind things. That's okay. And we have an opportunity to be able to heal, clear, and release. And sometimes it looks like the little gremlins in the corner or it's kind of like that annoying humming below the surface that we're like, I didn't even realize this was coming up or showing up. I had this with procrastination. Selena, at least I'm not doing this at like 11 p.m. for you today. Hey, girl. So glad you're here. So let me share with you what this looked like that has nothing to do with the fear of being seen or anything like that. So I love to work. I love to like provide value. I love to be on the places and create and be with my clients and my people and all the things. And I wouldn't consider myself someone that procrastinates. Now, when it comes to procrastination, when we look at this from, if you want to look at it from like a 3D level, that can be considered a 3D thing. But if we look at it from like a subconscious level, your brain's just trying to keep you safe from something. I remember what I was going to tell you about the lions. Somebody remind me about the lions and then I'll tell you that before we close out. So when I realized, I was like, oh, I'm sitting in the kitchen one day and I'm like having this download and I was like, oh, I'm procrastinating. I keep putting this thing off because I was avoiding it. Why am I avoiding it? Because if I'm in avoidance of something, or if I'm just thinking about it, I'm not actually doing it, and I am procrastinating. And it just looked different than you knowingly procrastinating, like, oh, I'm just going to put this off for later. But I wouldn't say that was a thought that was coming in. It was like almost kind of negotiating with myself in my brain. And I'm like, oh, I'm avoiding it. So the more that I avoid it, the more that I negotiate with myself, the more mind is going to be like, just put it off, just put it off. And that's not a time problem. That's a negotiation and avoidance problem. That mind is trying to keep you safe from something. I was like, cool. Now that I know this, I'm just going to go do it. And I'm just going to prove that it is that I'm safe doing whatever it was that I was going to do. I don't even remember. And so, Sandy, I'm excited and looking forward to the new ideas you've shared here. Yes, so good. Selena, lion, yes. So when you are in avoidance of something, when you are going forward and you are like, for example, the fear of being seen, you're like, I want to get a podcast out. I want to publish my book. I want to even launch or relaunch your healing business. Or maybe you are creating a new offer or something and you avoid it. So let's just use a post, for example. So if you have a post, maybe you're regular, let's use this from two different lenses. If you're posting regularly, maybe it's an edgy post that you're going to push the envelope and probably ruffle some feathers with your point of view, or you're just trying to post period. And you're like, I just want to get the idea out into the world. Okay. So when you are going to get the content out, and you go to, you got it in the note section on your phone. You're like, I'm going to do this. I'm so excited to get this out. This feels aligned. I'm receiving the download. Somebody needs to hear this. And then you hit save and you're like, oh shit, I can't say this. I can't do this. What will they say? What will they think? Will I be judged? What if this goes viral? What if there's 1 million views on this? Now what? Now I'm really seen. And it's like, never mind. I'm going to do this tomorrow. What's happening is now your mind, because high vibrating soul, having a human experience, your mind is trying to keep you safe. Your mind is like, oh, there must be a lion. Now hold with me because I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your subconscious mind. So then tomorrow or the next day, you're like, okay, today's the day. I'm going to ramp myself up. I'm going to dance. I'm going to smudge myself and I'm going to get back into my note section. I'm going to put that in the drafts and I'm going to, what will they say? And then you don't do it again. And mine was like, oh, there's not one lion, there's 2 lions. This is really unsafe. Okay. Then you go to do it the next day. Same thing. You get in that vibe, you get in the state, you pull up your draft and you're like, I can't do this. And mind gets unhelpful thoughts that flood sensations to your body. Now you're sweating through your shirt. Maybe your breath is like shallow. Maybe you're like, I can't do this. I'm feeling anxious. I don't think so. Forget it. And now the inner mind is like, there must be 5 lions. If there's 5 lions, it's absolutely unsafe. Now here's the thing. Your subconscious mind, we have not evolved from cave people. Your subconscious mind, again, it's wired to keep you safe and alive. It prioritizes breath, life, shelter, food and water, the offsprings, right? This biology. It's human biology. And so if it's anything outside of that, now those of you that are not new here, you'll know. If not, The Croods, go watch the cartoon movie, The Croods. The dad is a perfect depiction of this. It's new. Die. And that's what the mind is doing from a very scientific level. So it's reading it as a threat. It's reading it as 1 lion, 2 lions, 5 lions. This is really unsafe. So it's going to continue for you to avoid what it is that you have been doing, which continues to keep you in that cycle and pattern. Now, we alchemize this through, yes, the 5D plus frequencies with quantum illumination Reiki. And one simple thing that you can do, which by the way, 3D to 5D healer, link is in bio, or you can join if you're live now, $11 to join us. This is what we're going to be doing, alchemizing at 5D plus frequencies at a subconscious level. One thing that you can do right now is one thing that will feel good to have done and is possible to do, go toward the thing that you had been avoiding. Because if you're going toward a thing that had been lions, mind is going to see that, oh, 5 lions, there must only be 4 lions now. And then the next day you go to do it again. I'm like, I'm going to avoid, or I'm going to go out of my way. I'm going to go out of my way to do the thing that it is that I had been avoiding. And then you go do that thing, even if it's uncomfortable. It's not going to be, I won't lie to you, it's not always going to be sunshine and roses, but you'll do it. And then you'll be like, okay, I'm good. And then mind will be like, oh, not 4 lions. There must only be 2 lions, right? And it becomes more normalized in the mind and the energy and the body. You get congruency between mind, body, energy, spirit, your soul. That's you coming home to you. That's you reminding who you are and what it is that you're here to do. So let me look at time. Okay. I got to get ready for our attunement for level 1 for quantum illumination Reiki. Selena already cracking up here. My head is like, please, unhelpful fork. Unhelpful. Thank you for the unhelpful fork or the unnecessary fork, the unhelpful thought. Whenever you mention unhelpful thoughts. Yes. I love that. We love our hot waiter and the unhelpful. I'm saying it backwards. Unnecessary fork. Yeah. It's so good. And I was doing the confidence audio for someone the other day and I thought of you with the movie theater one. Yeah. So you guys, this was so much fun. Thank you so much for joining. If you are listening to watching or listening to the replay, because I'm going to put this on podcast too, Sacred Whisper, come and let me know what you notice, what you feel is different. Join us in the 3D to 5D healer. We start September 8th, $11 to join us. You can join VIP. We have a max of 10 spots available. And yes, it was powerful. I love the movie theater to increase confidence. But this is the kind of thing that we are going to be doing together inside of the 3D to 5D healer, but in an intimate setting for 2 weeks, 4 calls. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them for you. I'll see you inside of our community, our free community, inside of the 3D to 5D healer, potentially inside of the VIP option as well. I love you guys so much. Have the most amazing rest of your day.